Hello, this is the Captain Paxo, welcoming you back to some more Dark Souls Remastered bow only. Been a while since the last one, because I tend to take a lot of breaks in between playing Dark Souls Remastered. That just seems to be the way it is. So let us go and fight the Stray Demon, get a bunch of souls, and then buy the... Oh god, it's not that. Okay. I have my buttons set up. Yeah, that's the jump button. Okay. Classic. Starting off on the right note. But let's get enough souls to be able to buy the Seal of Artorias and then fight Sif. Right? And then we can do the Four Kings. Something like that. What is our damage output anyway? Plus 10 bow? Did we get the... the whatchamacallit, the large ember, the very large ember, big old fuck off ember, the plus 15 ember. Ember of Death. Can they remember? But we will check that after we've beaten Stray Demon, because we need to go to Andre anyway. Alright. Oh, just about missed. Gotcha. That's gonna go way off, yep. Missed you. Gotcha. God damn, why'd you move? There we go. Hehe. Still got it. Still got the aim. Yeah, I wanted to move it just a little bit, but the sensitivity's just... There we go. Headshot. I'm feeling pretty confident. So let's just take you on. Oh my. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Maybe confident isn't the right word. Up the butt. Oh, I fucked it up. I moved in the middle of my charge. What other arrows do we have? Oh, poison arrows. Maybe we should use poison arrows. Can you get poisoned? Probably can get poisoned. Yeah, you can get poisoned. But it doesn't deal any... Are you kidding me? Did none of the bosses take damage from poison? What the fuck? Uh-oh. Yeah, we good. I missed. How'd you miss something this big? Damn. I'm actually starting to concentrate now. Oh, fuck. I might have been able to get out of the way of that, actually. I'm taking a lot of unnecessary damage, if that's the case. Whoop-a-boo! Oh, my bad. Nope. I kind of just stood there because I was like, if you roll, of course it gives you instability frames. I didn't want to take any extra damage from that attack. So I just stood there and took it. Like a fucking champ. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Whoop, 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 whoop. I want to shoot you in the face. I can't see anything. Stop bouncing around. I missed. I missed again. Oh, fuck. Bollocks. I guess he does take poison damage, but it just doesn't show up. Okay. Fucking trying to kill him with a headshot. Be all cool and it's like, fucking kill him with the poison. Paxo's embarrassing himself. Getting hit by all these stupid attacks. It's just... God's sakes. Ow. Oh, right in the face. Oh, nice one. You poisoned yet? No, you're not. Oh, now you are. Oh! I should probably heal. That was a mistake. I gotta be honest, doing this bow only playthrough is really fucking fun. Well, I mean, technically it's mostly bow only, but that was only the first part, right? That was only before I got enough souls to get me arrows and shit. Now it's bow only. Although do I have a sword? I do not have a sword equipped. Okay. I could probably equip an offhand scimitar or something. If I really wanted to. How much do I need to level up? Bit too much. Whoop! Oh, God. My 360s. I can't do them. Something like that. I never was able to do a 360 with the bow. Oh! Oh. This is getting funny. This is hilarious. Why did I never think to do a bow only playthrough before? It makes the game so much more interesting. Oh man. Man, oh man. I'm gonna need to buy some more poison arrows at some point as well. Alright, I should boulder him, right? or he's just gonna sit right there. Oh, here he comes with his fat roll. Look at him, he's a pro. There we go. God, he's so good. I was trying to be fancy there. Goodbye. God. And now we leave. Not through the big old hole in the floor, though. Travel by crow. Does the frame rate still go to shit? Here, yes, yes it does. Holy crap, dude! Why does it do that? Why does it do that? I don't understand. It's meant to be 60 FPS. Come on, PlayStation. Good lord. I should really give the PvP in this game another go. Because they might have changed some stuff. I also want to have a look and see... Well, I need to test some things. Mainly like the lag-based stuff, like the parries. Does dead angling exist yet? Because it really fucking should. Counter backstabs, have they been fixed yet? That sort of stuff. Because I'm planning on doing... I'm planning on making some videos for Prepare to Die's PvP, and I don't want to say something that's just factually incorrect about the Remastered's PvP. So no, I do not have the fuck. I do not have that the big ember. That's a shame. And we should go and get some more poison arrows. So yeah, I ought to play some Dark Souls Remastered PvP so I can get a better understanding of it, so I don't say something stupid when I start talking about Prepare to Die's PvP, because I still vehemently believe... Vehemently, is that the right word? Firmly? Let's go with firmly, that's probably a bit more grammatically correct. I firmly believe that Prepare to Die's PvP is better than the remasters. And I've gone through my reasons in previous videos, probably previous paths to this playthrough. So I don't want to beat that dead horse, but I do plan on making some videos, kind of just detailing, not so much like why Prepare to Die's PvP is better than Remastered, but more so what made Prepare to Die's PvP so great. In a sense, so I guess in that aspect it'll be like, yeah, Prepare to Die's PvP is just better than Remastered, but it's more so like celebrating Prepare to Die as opposed to just bashing the Remastered. Oh, that would have been cool. God. Fucking hell. Oh, come on! This dude's strafing is on point. Fucking hell. I should take lessons from him. God. How about there? Oh. Yeah. Man. I fucking love Dark Souls. Gives me arrows. Only 68? Ooh. Yeah, sure. The age-old dilemma when you're a character, you play as a character who needs ammunition. It's like, do I spend my souls on the ammo? Or the sorceries, in a sorcerer's case? Or do I spend the souls on... Let's just use a homeward bone. Do I spend the souls on leveling up? Because they're both really important, and you don't... You know, you want to do both. Alright. Of course, the range option is usually more powerful. But far more expensive and takes so much longer to get to that point. Why has I not killed this thing? Why has I not? That's grammatically stupid. Can I just hide behind this? No. The answer is no, I can't. Can I be behind it? No, I can't shoot that. And one more. Cool. Why did I not kill that thing for so long? Like, what was I afraid of? That it was going to annoy me to death? Like, weird. I don't care. I should care. Especially because they only take one hit. And they have a really good drop rate on that stuff. Oh, that's weird. It's been so long since I've played the remaster that I forgot that I've made the HUD smaller. Also been watching a lot of Sunlight Blade's old top 10 videos on Prepare to Die. And you know, whenever someone opens the menu, it takes up the entirety of the screen. It's just weird to see. It kind of smaller. I never picked up that soul. Have I just not gone to the forest on this playthrough? I don't think I've gone to the forest on this playthrough. I've not gone to the forest on this playthrough. Really? I never even killed Moonlight Butterfly? Right. And this is where we do get the Blackbow Faris and the Faris hat, but I don't think I'm going to use those because I don't like them. And I think I've decided to use the composite bow anyway because it's more powerful in most instances. Where is the Invisible Knight? There he is. He's got a claymore as well, so that's scary. Ow. Get my toggles on. Yeah. Speaking of toggles, should have fucking toggle escaped out of that first hit. Not like we really lost anything. Just a few arrows. Where is this dude? There he is. He's still not poisoned. Now you're poisoned. Fucking shit, dude. Who'd have thought that this guy would give so much trouble for a bow user? Well, it's poise really, isn't it? Poise can cause a few problems if you're just trying to spam your bow. Can I get a headshot? I can. But I can't follow it up. Poison? Poison. I don't want to go too far into the forest because it'll aggro everyone. I thought he was going to attack there for a second. Why didn't he attack me? What are you doing? What are you doing? Fuck. There you go. Nice one, dickhead. There you go. And he's got no poise, so he's a lot easier to deal with. Poise, poise, poise. It's very important. Now, I could just talk to the cat lady. And then that's fucking easy mode right there. Yeah, I don't really care for fighting everything. Excuse them, what? That guy always has a little bit of trouble with that lip. And then we talk, and then they fuck off, and then we can just leave. And we're out of range of their aggro. And then it's the mushrooms. Get my poison arrows ready, because I'm going to be fighting Sif. Of course we're fighting Sif, that's the objective. Don't really care about the Hornet Ring, so I can just go for this. Oh, I forgot the frame rate. No! Oh! Why am I not playing this on PC? And the desynced howl. I think that's always been a problem. No, oh my god! Why? Who approved this? Who said this was acceptable? Fucking hell. I thought games were supposed to get better in terms of performance, not worse. Holy shit. This could be interesting as well, because we have to be underneath him. Right in the belly button. What the fuck is happening? All I can see is, like, 13 frames. It's worse than Blighttown down here. What the fuck? Oh! What is this nonsense? Why? Fucking hell. Whoever fucking optimized this fight should be slapped, because they clearly didn't do a good enough job. What are you doing on the cliffside there? No spin for win. Okay, that went through his fur, I guess. Can you just not poison Sif? Is he unpoisonable? Why is the 120... Okay. I guess you just can't poison him. What are you doing? Fucking hell, dude. It's like a fucking slideshow. Fucking Halo Reach split screen has better frame rate than this. And that thing was dog shit. Like, you ever tried to play Halo Reach split screen 4-player on the 360? It's just like, yeah, fucking hell. It's like 20 frames a second and 3-foot draw distance. I guess you can't poison Sif, so let's just stop with that. Sif is uncorruptible. You can't poison him. I'm doing... Wait. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, I am doing more damage with the fucking heavy bow. Heavy arrows. Oh! Sorry, buddy. Well, at least that frame rate nightmare is over. Oh, God. Fucking technology improves, and yet we still have shit frame rate in games. Like, what is all that about? Oh, but my graphics! My resolutions! Oh, but my game looks good. Yeah, but can you actually play it? Oh, it doesn't matter. We got, like, what is it? Like, 16 times the rendering? Sweet. What content have you got? Well, I mean, you can shoot and you can loot. Okay, what is there to loot? Well, it's just a bunch of junk, but you could shoot and loot in 16 times the resolution. Yeah, thanks, Todd Howard. You're the best. Fucking hell. I don't know when this fascination with bumping up resolution and making games look pretty is going to end. Because it does not make for good games. If your objective when making a game is to make it like as high of a resolution as possible, not only are you going to make a game that is likely not going to have a good frame rate or good optimization, but it's also like, if that's your focus, then aren't you just ignoring the gameplay? Like, surely the gameplay is the fucking focus of when you're making a game, because that's the important thing. That's what you play. That's what you're paid for, you know? You spend money to get a good gameplay, you know? You build good PCs for good optimization. Or good resolution, I should say. Still don't really care about that, so I guess we'll just put some more points into Dex. I probably should kill the Moonlight Butterfly just because it's a thing to do, but I don't give a shit. Yoink. Seriously though, it's like PS4 Pro, Xbox One Scorpio, or God, Scorpio? That's an old name. Xbox One X, PS5 and Xbox whatever is apparently in the works. Do you think we're still going to have 30-second loading screens? Do you think we're still going to have, like, locked at 30 FPS? Do you think we're still going to have draw distance that is, like, you know, 6 feet long? I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but you get my point. Like, technology always seems to be improved, but the only thing that seems to improve with it is how good the game looks, and not how well the game plays. Like, half of the games that we play on that are like PS4 or Xbox One exclusive, half of them you could play on the 360 or PS3 just with much worse graphics. Some sort of compromise that would allow them to run perfectly fine on the old-gen consoles. There's very little that's like, hey, this is something that can only be done in the new generation or the current generation of consoles that isn't tied to how pretty the game looks. You know? And sure, having a pretty game is important. I'd argue that the aesthetic is more important, because the aesthetic is what you're going to be looking at for the entire time that you're playing the video game. You know? It's like, I can play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for 1,000 hours because I just love the way that that game looks. However, I can't really do that with, say, Halo 4. Even if I loved Halo 4, like, even if I loved the gameplay of Halo 4, which I don't, I would not be able to put that many hours into it because I just despise the way it looks. I think it's ugly. You know? Same thing for Dark Souls 2. Like, even if I could get into the gameplay of Dark Souls 2, I would still struggle because I just hate the way it looks. Whereas Dark Souls 1 I can play, well, I have played for multiple thousands of hours, because I think even the even Prepare to Die, even on 360, still looks good because the direction is good, you know, the aesthetic is solid. They had a vision of what they wanted to do with the art that they had available to them, and they pulled it off, you know? I mean, of course I'd have to deal with the god-awful frame rate, but that's why I got Prepared to Die on PC, right? Before they fucking pulled it off the goddamn Steam store. Like, no, the Remastered is the definitive edition. You don't want that Prepare to Die shit, even though it's different, and thus not definitively worse. I just get so sick of developers and publishers thinking that they know what their consumers want or need or should have. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm tired of people in general thinking that they know what's best for a game. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because, I mean, everybody who has an opinion on what they want a game to look like thinks that they have the best vision for that game. Otherwise, they wouldn't have that opinion, would they? If they didn't think it was the best vision for that game, then they wouldn't hold that opinion. Because why would you hold an opinion that you don't think is the best? So, yeah, I should take back that. People thinking they know what's best. Everybody thinks they know what's best. But I suppose there's a way to communicate it, isn't it? There's one way where, you know, you're encouraging conversation and like, well, I think that this would work. But then there's the other way, which is like, no, this is the way it should work, and I don't care what anybody else says. It is complicated, though. Because it's all contextual to what it is, you know? Like, should Sekiro have an easy mode? No, it shouldn't, because the whole point of Sekiro is that it's balls to the walls challenging, you know? The idea is that it is hard, and everybody experiences how difficult it is. I haven't even fucking lowered the water! What am I doing? How many transient curses? I have plenty of transient curses. Good, good. You know, the idea is that you're going to struggle with this game. That everybody's going to struggle with that game at first. It doesn't matter who you are. It's going to give you a hard time. But everyone's going to go through that, and you can all kind of share in that experience of like, man, this boss has been fucking me up real hard. Oh man, I remember that boss. Yeah, that was really, really hard. I mean, I got really lucky with it. I managed to beat it in like my first dozen or so times, but like, you know, it was still really, really hard. Here's what you do, you know, here's the little trick that I used that might be able to, you might be able to use to your advantage as well. And there's a kind of sharing of information that you don't get with an easy game. You don't get guides to beat easy games because the games are fucking easy. You know, nobody's gonna fucking watch them. That's why for a while hardest difficulty walkthroughs on YouTube were kind of not doing so well, because the games were just getting easier and easier and easier, and thus the need for these walkthroughs was getting less and less and less. You can just, I mean, if you look back through Seraphim 17's older playlists of like some of the easier games they ended up covering, like Crysis 3 and Call of Duty past like Modern Warfare 3 and onward, it's a constant thing, you know. Games are getting easier and easier and easier, so the need for walkthroughs is becoming less and less and less, and thus that sharing of information is getting less and less and less. You make a game hard, and people are going to end up sharing information about it because they want to help each other. And people are going to be looking for that information because they're going to need that information in order to beat the game, because the game's fucking hard. So by adding an easy mode, it fundamentally changes the community and how it interacts with the game. No longer is it about, hey, here's some tips and tricks to get better at this game and how to beat this boss and all that sort of stuff, and it now all becomes, well, you know, here's some story, here's some neat little things you can do, but, you know, you don't really need any help to beat the game because there's fucking easy mode, you know? Hey, some more transient curses. And that's just one of those things that these people don't understand, is that the difficulty really helps the community come together. Of course I kicked down the ladder. Of course I kicked down the ladder. It only fucking makes sense, doesn't it? What the fuck have I done here, is what I'm thinking. Oh, I got the composite bow, didn't I? But I didn't get the... Whoops. I didn't get the key. Whoops. Ow. Prick. I'm bad. Come on. Guess there's an invisible wall there and I can't hit him. There we go. Any more ghosties going to be coming through the wall? No. Oh, hello. Ah, fuck you. Oh, there's someone. Hello. Goodbye. And goodbye. Oh, fuck! I thought that was coming through the floor. Oh. Because if it was clipping through the... Fucking hell. If it was clipping through the wall, it wouldn't have been able to grab me. Oop. Transient just wore off. Where is it? Should have reorganized that all the way to the bottom. In fact, let's do that. There's no reason for me to do it because I'll be done with it by the end of... I won't need to do it again, but there you go. It's on the bottom now. Easy and quick access because I just open my inventory, go just hit up on the D-pad and... Abada bing, abada boom, abada bing bang bosh. Bob's your uncle. There you go. Any more ghosties? I got most of them. That's a window. And there'll be some around the outskirts as well. That if I don't take care of, they're going to give me some interesting time. They're going to give me an interesting time on the ladder. I hear another one. I don't see him. Where is he? Oh, there you are. Darkroot easy mode. Fucking hell. I thought that debate was put to rest in 2013. Oh! Excuse me, what? And now they're like, oh, but disabled people. And I'm thinking, hasn't there been a disabled person or a quadriplegic who beat Sekiro with a standard Xbox One controller? The fuck are you talking about? This game needs an easy mode for disabled people. Like, fuck off. if that guy can do it, you know. And sure, making custom controllers for disabled people, perfectly fine. No reason not to. But at that point, it's up to them to get good enough with their setup that is custom built for them to be able to use. It's up to them to get good, you know? It's like, I've gotten good with my controller that's designed for me to use. These people should be able to get good with the controllers that are designed for them to use, you know? And I'm really fucking up this ladder jump. There we go. Wrong way. I could have made that jump, but... Pew pew. Would rather have not. But it is quite funny to me that these people who are asking for an easy mode for disabled people, probably not a single one of them are disabled, right? it's the same sort of thing as like getting offended on someone else's behalf, which I think is just the most ridiculous thing on the planet, you know. Because little story time with Paxo. Me and my friend in photography class back in sixth form, that's it. We had a little in-joke where we called each other after like characters from one of the Yogscast's D&D sessions. And just because it was a fucking joke, you know, I was Deborah, the fucking oh no, I hit the dragon. Who saw that one coming, right? The fuck was that? Probably just the wind. But I was yeah. He called me Deborah, the transvestite pilot hairdresser, who is really bad at being a pilot. Ow. And I went along with it because, you know, it's a fucking funny joke. He's just like, yeah, sure, I'm Deborah, why not, right? But people got so offended on my behalf. Where's the door? There's the door. People ended up getting ridiculously upset at him for making that joke, even though I was in on the joke and I thought it was hilarious. You know, I found it funny. I laughed at it. I was like, he'd be like, alright Deborah, I'm like, alright Duncan, you know? But people were like, oh, you can't say that, it's so offensive, oh my god, why are you calling him by a girl's name? Oh, it's just so offensive. I'm sat there thinking, it's just a fucking joke, like, calm down. I find it funny. But they were just so adamant that it was offensive to me somehow, even though I was like, it's not offensive in the slightest. It's an in-joke between me and this person. You know, it's just banter. We're just having fun. I think it's hilarious. In fact, I think it's even more hilarious that you have somehow found a way to make it offensive. You know? Actually, more to the point, I was offended that they assumed that I should be offended by that joke. It's like, it's a joke. Why would I be offended by a joke that I am a part of, that I'm in on, that I find hilarious? Like, bloody hell. How dare you? How dare you imply that I have such thin skin? And it's the same kind of thing with the accessibility argument. It's like, how dare you imply that disabled people are incapable of beating Sekiro? How dare you? Do you not have enough faith in these people, in their ability to get good, in their ability to adapt and be able to beat Sekiro? Do you seriously believe that they are that incapable of playing video games, that they need an easy mode for everything, that they need an easy way out? Do you think they've had an easy way through life with this disability? God, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic again. I'm not very good at translating that, I know, but when people have these arguments, or, well, pretty much any debate in general, I always find it interesting to try and reverse the argument, try and use the same points that someone uses against me, against them, just reverse them, you know? Someone thinks that I should be offended by a joke, I reverse it and go, I am offended that you think I should be offended by such a petty joke. I'm offended that you think I have such thin skin. How dare you, you know? Because that is essentially what they're implying. They're trying to imply that this joke is somehow super offensive, when in actuality they just implied that the person the joke is quote-unquote targeted towards, they implied that that person is so thick-skinned that they would get offended by a petty joke. Like, how dare you? And again, same kind of thing. They're like, how dare you gatekeep disabled people? And I'm thinking, how dare you fucking imply that disabled people can't get good at video games just because they have a disability? Like, do you not believe in your fellow human being to be able to come up with a controller design that would allow the disabled person to play a video game like a normal person? At which point, by the way, if they can play a video game like a normal person because of their controller, then they play the game like a normal person, and every normal person has to get good at the game on their own merits. So now with a controller that they can use in hand, they get good on their own merits. Do you not have enough faith that people can make those controllers? Do you not have enough faith that these disabled people can use those controllers, that they can get good? Like, fucking hell. But you see what I mean? Like, it's kind of easy to turn a lot of arguments around when you go for the I don't know what to call it, like kind of reverse mentality, where you take their argument and reverse it back at them. Because a lot of the time, at least it seems to me, these people just don't think out their arguments. Because if they did, it wouldn't be so easy to turn them around. And it's a similar kind of thing with insults. When someone throws an insult, most of the time it's in context of an argument, or a debate, or criticism, or something like that. Most of the time it's incredibly shallow, so you can kind of just reverse it back to them or something that they like, and it holds absolutely no weight whatsoever, because it held absolutely no weight towards the thing that they were arguing against. You know? Like, I was watching a video by someone called Square-Eyed Jack, who did a review on the Legend of Spyro series. I'm a big fanboy of Legend of Spyro. And he was just slinging so many insults towards it, and none of them were meaningful. They were just insults for the sake of humor or whatever. You know, so they were completely shallow, had absolutely no criticism attached to them whatsoever, so you could just reverse them and send them back to him or something that he loved, and they would hold as much weight. It's like, what's the point? There's nothing to it, no substance. Ah, fuck. Yep. And it's a real shame because, especially in the case of Square-Eyed Jack's video, he actually gets a lot of criticism for The Legend of Spyro correct. He just doesn't fucking explain anything. Like, this is going to sound a bit weird, and I'm talking about a video game that isn't Dark Souls, and you probably... chances are you haven't played it, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. But in Legend of Spyro, well, let's put it this way. One of the criticisms that he levies towards the game is that the game practically rewards you for dying. Which it does, and I'll explain in a minute, but he doesn't show or explain why. He just says the game practically rewards you for dying, and then he moves on, as if it's just accepted that that is the case. And, like I said, it is true, but he doesn't go into any sort of explanation as to why. So people who've never played the game before, you know, they're watching the video, he says that the game practically rewards you for dying, and they have no idea what he's fucking talking about. It's like, okay, I guess the game rewards you for dying, but I don't know how. Like, how the fuck does that work? How do you reward someone for dying? And the way that it works is the Legend of Spyro, at least the first one, whenever you died, the game saved the health bar of enemies. It kind of checkpointed them because enemies had multiple health bars, kind of in a similar way to Sekiro does. But whenever you would die, it would restore enemies to their last checkpointed health bar. So if they had 3 health bars and you took off one of their health bars, they had 2 left, and then you died, when you respawned it, they would only have 2 health bars remaining, right? If you killed them, as in they have 0 health bars, and you respawned, they would respawn with 0 health bars, as in dead. They wouldn't respawn. On top of that, you would get back all of your health and mana. So it's like the game checkpointed you for killing enemies, but it didn't checkpoint your health and magic bars. It would completely refill them, and you would still maintain all of the XP that you got from when you died, as well as all of your ultimate charge. So the game literally rewards you for dying in most instances, but Jack just didn't explain it at all. You know? Instead, he criticized it for practically rewarding the player for dying, moved on, and then proceeded to throw more insults at it, at the game. It's like, man, you got some things right, but fucking hell. Oh, I do not have a lot of chunks. I might have to farm some chunks off camera. Womp womp. Oh well. I say I should farm chunks off camera, but chances are I'm not gonna. Because I tend to just get on. When I get on Dark Souls Remastered, I tend to just get on, play for the session that I want to record, and then I immediately get off. Which is a real shame, because it's fucking Dark Souls 1. It's like one of the reasons why I'm the person that I am today. Probably the biggest reason. Yep. Modify. Plus 11. Hell yeah. Where is this guy? Here he is. Ah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go farm some Titanite chunks. But this was fun, you know? Having conversations about all sorts of different things. I need to do this more often, I really do. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.